It's time to check back in with the saddest person we've ever seen on 90 Day Fiancé, aka Lauren, who is trying to win back the love of his life, or so he says, after getting caught cheating on her and catching a disease in the process, which is just nasty to still think about. But without any further ado, make sure you drop a like if you enjoy my 90 Day Fiancé videos, and let's get right on into it, shall we?
2 days ago, I told her I'd gonorrhea, and that's how she realized I was sleeping with other people.
And here's the cringe king himself recapping exactly what I just told you. This guy got exposed for such a gross thing, yet he's still grinning, thinking that he's going to be able to win over Faith's heart and hopefully be able to move to the Philippines, which will make him no longer homeless over back in America where he lives. This whole story is just reeking of desperation and sadness, and I feel like it's only going to get amped up from here on out.
So now that I've been reset to friend versus boyfriend, it's a step backward, but I still got the ring.
Dude's like, yeah, she doesn't even want to introduce me to her parents who we're about to meet as her boyfriend. She's just going to call me a friend, but you know, I still got the ring, so I'm pretty sure by the time I go home here in a couple days, I'm going to be engaged, guys. Like, I want to be this level of delusional. I don't know how this dude just thinks he can get away with this. Maybe he has enablers in his life that allow him to, you know, behave shittily and then still get what he wants, but I don't think it's going to go his way this time. At least I hope not. Like, I'm really rooting against him.
Still got the dream, and hopefully just a matter of time before I go back into boyfriend zone so that I can find out if me and Faith are really gonna be together forever.
God, he's so intense. Together forever. Bro, just say you want a home somewhere that you can actually afford a home and get over it, all right? Because this guy, we all know he's gonna get this home here in the Philippines and try to cheat on Faith left and right with as many people as he possibly can, even though he's like, yeah, I'll be monogamous with you. No, bro just wants somewhere he can afford to live. He's trying to figure that out, and then he's gonna still be sleeping around like crazy because he's a scumbag.
I mean, I don't think gonorrhea gonna spread on the beach.
Yeah, you must have put some plastic.
No, it's not leaking anymore.
Oh my God, dude, stop talking about the leaking, please. This has literally been the most disgusting arc we've ever seen on this show, like by far, and just the fact that he keeps referring to it as leaking. I did not want to hear that, Lauren. You are cursing my ears with this information.
Oh,
I think the pills is no leaking. It's good to go.
yeah.
No more sludge.
Bro, deadass just said sludge. You guys, I literally don't know if I can continue this. Like, it actually brings me so much pain, but you all know I'm also a glutton for feeling this cringe feeling, and that's why this show just has a stranglehold on me. So anyways, regardless of the sludge, they get ready, hop on a plane over to this beautiful rural island that Faith's family is from, and I'm just imagining this is gonna be so awkward when she introduces him as her friend, and they're like, you kind of said you've been dating for 6 months, like what the hell happened? They're gonna find out what happened no matter what, and I feel very bad about Faith having to break that news because it was already cringe enough when she had to tell her friends, but let alone family. And even if she doesn't tell them, they're going to see this show. Like, Lauren is just the worst thing to happen to this person.
I'm going because I love my beautiful best friend, Faith. Right? For right now.
Right? Yeah, I said best friend, right? I'm playing along. Like, he's just so nervous and awkward, and he's really still trying to push the whole relationship thing, but then putting in the term best friend instead of, you know, love of his life. It's clearly making Faith feel awkward too, because he's not doing anything to try to regain the trust. He's just thinking if he waits out long enough and really doesn't try to change his actions, she'll still come crawling back to him, and I really don't see that being the case. She seems pretty fucking over him, and I would be too.
Now that I put Lauren in the friend zone, I feel less pressure around him. There is a little freedom that comes with that feelings.
And Faith is like, it's actually low-key nice, like just hanging out with him and not feeling like I have to, you know, meet these certain standards because he's such a scumbag piece of shit already that I can just do whatever I want and I'm still a better person than him. And that's a really freeing feeling, which I agree, that's got to be good, but also like you're still having to spend time with this creep. So that really sucks for you still.
But I need to get out of Vegas now. Vegas makes people crazy.
Because Vegas get you sick.
Yeah, Vegas was the reason he got sick. It's totally not because he's just an absolute freak that can't control himself, that also just has no drive to actually make money and make a career or a name for himself or put a roof over his own head, and that's why he's relying on you and the cheap economy over here compared to where he lives. But sure, it was Las Vegas that ruined Lauren. Yeah, he totally wasn't like this before moving to Vegas 9 months ago, I'm sure.
You're so lonely. you miss girls.
No, I'm usually bottom.
Oh my God. First of all, the lore drops this dude gives us is just ridiculous. But basically what just happened there is Faith was making a joke about how Lauren's friend is going to be mad that he doesn't get to go on play dates with all of his other friends at this point. Because like I said, dude's getting around for sure. To which he replies that when it comes to playing baseball, he prefers to be a catcher. Apparently both of them are. And this is just something they never discussed. I am just so confused when I see this happen on this show. Everybody acts like, oh yeah, we're truly in love. We have such a serious, deep relationship. And then they meet finally, and there's like core relationship things that are kind of like deal breakers for each of them that they find out about only after meeting in person. Like, did you not discuss this at all? Lauren's such a freak himself. I feel like he would have brought this topic up and they would have known, but no, like they're both catchers, bro, if you catch my drift. The level of compatibility is just at an all-time low and they're still scrambling to make this work. It's hurting my brain.
If that's what you like, I can be top. I can do both.
I don't know.
I know. Not right now, but...
Oh my God, this is just so awkward. Like, all right, maybe, yeah, it's good that you didn't talk about this topic because clearly you two are awkward as hell when it comes to discussing this. But Lauren's like, yeah, I'll just, totally change my entire preference for you. If it means I got an affordable house somewhere and I don't got to be homeless anymore, I'm all for it. I'll be a pitcher all day in our little baseball game.
I'm just happy to see you relaxed and having fun. I feel like our relationship has a chance.
And much like Big Ed, this dude just takes the tiniest crumb and makes the biggest meal out of it. Like, bro, you guys have had, what, a successful 2 hours on this plane ride and in this taxi. And in that time, again, you found like complete deal breakers with each other that you didn't discuss. Yet he's like, oh yeah, I feel like our relationship's awesome. And she's probably pretty much gonna ask me to be her boyfriend again in like a couple of minutes. Like, you are delusional, my friend. Delusional.
Hello.
Mabuhay, mayang pag-abot sa syudad sa baybay. So, this is your kika, Sir Lauren.
We have 2 rooms or 1 room?
So things get awkward here as they try to check into the hotel near Faith's family as they realize, oh yeah, we were dating and I didn't realize that you were a diseased scumbag before. So I only booked us 1 room. So now on Lauren's dime, which again, this dude is acting like he's balling over here in the Philippines because the economy is just different than in America. But he's now having to pay for 2 hotel rooms simply because he got friend zoned because of his dumbass gross actions. That is so beautiful. That is just pure poetic justice right there. And of course, he's all hissy about it like, ugh, this is really getting in the way of me buying a house over here in the Philippines, but I guess I'll do it for the sake of hopefully getting Faith's love back.
So this is your key. So let's go.
Okay. I did pay for this trip to Leyte, and now she's booking 2 rooms.
And needless to say, the vibes are back to being pretty tense and awkward between these two. Like, and she even realizes that she's asking a lot from this guy, but it was kind of his idea to come out here and spend all this money. And it was also his idea to go catch a disease. And now he's paying for it, quite literally. I don't feel bad for the guy, but it's quite hilarious to watch.
Sleeping in separate rooms slows down the relationship process.
And to think that this dude has just slept alone in a hotel room, like kind of feeling awkward and sad and just far from home the entire time, it's really sad for him. But again, we're rooting against this guy actively. You know, it's a Big Ed effect. The worse they're doing, the happier we are watching. I feel very sad that Faith has to be involved in the fallout and the collateral damage of all of this. But man, is it awesome to see Lauren lose night after night.
What is you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Making a bed. You said actions speak louder than words.
And his idea of trying to win her back is to, I don't know, make her bed, which the housekeepers were gonna do while they were gone that day anyways. Like, bro, just because you come in here and try to do some phony surface level boyfriend does not mean you're gonna win her back. And I think he thinks she's that dumb that she's gonna bite into that. But I have faith that Faith herself is a smart cookie and we'll see just how manipulative he's trying to be this entire time.
Ryan, is something nice?
And Faith is just sitting there laughing at bro as he's like, yeah, this is the first step, right? Like, do you think you could consider me as a boyfriend again? Like, no, you idiot. But thanks for doing what the housekeepers were going to do anyways, like I just said. What a useless action. And he thinks that he's doing so much. And I bet he's going to hold that over her head saying, I do so much for you. I made your bed in that hotel, remember? And you still won't date me, even though I cheated on you? Like, you're the worst.
Because, I'm not taking any hormones. I would like to someday, but it's so expensive.
And then we get another piece of lore dropped here that apparently Lauren did not know about, which is that Faith is not able to afford to take hormones. But needless to say, this is another pretty big deal breaker for Lauren for quite a ridiculous reason, which I don't even know if I can really show. So yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but Lauren explains that, when you're not having those hormones, it doesn't alter your bat enough. If we're just sticking with the baseball analogies, he's looking for something that is has been affected by it. I don't know, maybe it makes it hit different. I'm not really into sports, obviously, so I'm unaware, but this sounds like a pretty big deal breaker. And again, this sounds like something that they should have discussed before he decided to spend literally 99% of his net worth flying out here and meeting her. Like, he is just taking L's after L's here, and it's beautiful beautiful to see. These two are not meant to be together. But anyways, besides all that, Faith explains that the reason she works in Manila is to make money to hopefully be able to afford to buy a house for her family, which over here is like $2,000, $3,000, they said, which sounds crazy to us Americans, but that's really just how different the economy is. And that is something that realistically Lauren could do if he had literally any job. He thinks he's just going to be able to get this work from home job over here and make American salary. I don't really know how that's going to work out for him, but he hears that and just sees money symbols in his eyes. He's like, oh yeah, I could buy this woman a house for her family and then she'll love me forever and be indebted.
How much would the house cost that you're talking about?
Where? In Leyte or in Manila?
I don't care. Wherever you are.
So he, of course, weaponizes this in his, classic manipulation move where he's like, yeah, I'll buy you a house. I mean, I know I'm technically homeless and you realize that I'm broke now, but I'm going to make you this big promise in hopes that it makes you want to be my girlfriend again. And I don't care what city it is. I just want to move where you are and also somewhere where it's dirt cheap where I can actually afford it. But besides that, I just want to be with you, babe. Like, this dude is so fucking fake. It makes me just disgusted to see.
Would you want that, right? Get some money, buy your family a house, live in Leyte with your family? Yeah.
And Faith does not seem convinced. I mean, you could see it on her face. These words are just not working. And I think it's because it hits different when it's in person and you see what Lauren is like in person. You understand the level of how disgusting this dude is and what he's done to you, what he's done behind your back. It's just like it amounts to all this negativity. And with that being present, she can now realize, like, this dude just manipulates me and just tells me all these sweet nothings in my ear, all these promises that he's not going to be able to keep, like that he's going to be faithful to me and that he loves me. Those were two things that were obviously not true. And now he's just sitting on this bus using this manipulative ass tone like, I'll buy you and your family a house. Would you like that? Yeah. I mean, I know I'm homeless, but I'll buy your family a house and then we'll be in love. Just like so gross, the angle that he's trying to take this. Like, chill, man. Put the brakes on. You're still in the friend zone.
Can I kiss you on the cheek?
What?
Kiss it, but not on the lips, yeah?
Oh God. And then they're on a boat over to this like little island that they're going to stay on for a while. And he is just trying to make the moves. I don't know if he thought the whole house comment was going to get him home free and like, he was just going to be able to be boyfriend mode again. But again, like, let's just zoom in on Faith's face. You can see that is not about to happen.
On your ear, on your neck.
We are friends right now. I also remind you, behave.
And thankfully, Faith puts him back a couple pegs and just tells him, look, man, you're still in friend zone. And I really don't think he's going to be leaving that. So he takes that shot straight to the face. He was really thinking he was going to get away with a little kiss on the cheek. And then he goes straight to the confessional booth over on this show here, interviewing with them, being like, we just don't have much time. And I'm just scared that she's not going to let our love bloom. Like, bro, you cheated on her and caught a disease. There's a reason you're being stuck in the friend zone right now. It's not because she just didn't like you. Like, this is so well deserved, yet he thinks it isn't.
But I know that Lawrence has no money, that, he's homeless, worry he could just be telling me things I want to hear.
And in closing, Faith tells us exactly what I just said. This dude is just trying to be manipulative. And thankfully, we have somebody on this show to, realize that they're being fed lies by this person. Granted, she's still giving him another chance, which I don't think anybody should have done, but I have no control over anybody's life in this show. And frankly, I want to see them crash and burn just because it's entertaining. But let me know what you thought of this episode. In the next one, he's going to meet her family, which I know is going to be cringe. I'll have some other stuff this week besides 90 Day. But as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, peace out.